Would love this because this truly is the today's special value of celebrities, of the rich and famous, of those of you who want to aspire to, or maybe even have, if you're lucky enough, stayed at the 5-star. Do they make 10-star resorts? Because that's where you find these feelings. And that's what this today's special value is all about. This Hotel Collection Studio Pro Scent Diffuser is just that. It's not a candle. It's not a spray. It is the scent and the feeling when you walk through a resort that has those cabanas that go over the water, or the resorts where maybe there's many different seasons that come through them. Those resorts that truly you only get a chance to stay at maybe once in your life if you're really, really, really lucky, or maybe you're somebody who is super blessed in that manner, and you know the scents that I'm talking about because this is where you're always staying. No matter who you are or how you play when it comes to travel, you can have that in your own home. It is a soft scenting through the house that is going to take you to a different place. It is my favorite thing that I have that gives me any type of feeling in my home other than my children. I was blessed enough to not once, not twice, but 3 times sell this out on Saturday Morning Q before it became a today's special value. That's how popular this is. And here's the thing, when we had it before, those 3 times earlier in the year, it was more expensive. At $149.98 right now, it was $179 when we had it before, and it sold out 3 times. But for our today's special value, we had to give you the best price possible and then give you more. So not only are you getting the diffuser, which is $145.95 alone, but you're getting 3 of the Pro Pod fragrance oils. Those are the scents that you find in those high-end hotels, that you find in the stores, that when you walk by them in the mall or wherever they are, they have guards out front. You will know as soon as you smell this exactly what I'm talking about. You have to get it home just for that. We did it even better though. Not only did we take that price down from the if purchased separately of $310.80, but we also are allowing you to do an auto delivery on this as well of the scents. So you can get the fragrances to come back every 90 days. And we'll give you more information about that here coming up as well. We have a choice of your black, and then we also have your silver. And I do believe that that silver is much more limited. There's only 1,900 left to go around for the day. Over 15,000 of these have been picked up. We are in guaranteed gift giving time right now. So bill to, ship to that family member that you want them to feel like they are a prince and a princess. Like maybe they never get a chance to get to one of those high-end hotels, but they can have that feeling in their own home, or just somebody that you love so much and you want them to always think about you when they're walking through the house. But really, get this for you, because the chances of us having another today's special value like this anytime soon is slim to almost none, and you're gonna want this in your home. With me right now is Ashley Starnicola. She has been with the company for quite a long time and into the industry for a couple of decades. And I don't know, I see you every time I see you, and by the way, you're beautiful. You look great.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
You know how your sense of smell and sight and all that goes together? Every time I see her, I think about the scent, and I'm brought back to it, and then I get happy again.
Yes, you love it in your home.
I do. I love it in my home.
Thank you. Yes, it's
and actually,
fun.
I'm a little selfish with it. It is in my office at my house, but the office has doors that open up like into like the rest of the house, so you can still, it still comes in.
It's wafting into everyone else's enjoyment area.
But I get it first.
There you go. And why not, right? You work hard, you're a great mom, like you spoil everyone, right?
Exactly.
And that's what this is about. And that is why Hotel Collection and the Studio Pro Scent Diffuser is one of the fastest growing luxury scenting brands in the world. It is because we are changing the way you will fragrance your home. We're going to be able to cover a much larger square footage, which is wonderful. And this is trailblazing for a lot of reasons. It's not just that it's a viral sensation on TikTok, social media, Instagram, Facebook. For those choosy scenters, this is the perfect statement gift, but it's so easy to use. You're literally just going to remove the top of the device, screw in your beautiful luxury fragrance like a light bulb. Super simple. And then you're going to pop the top of the diffuser back on. You are done. You are off and running. You're scenting 600 square feet. The device will actually turn on right away when you plug it in, but you also have this remote, which is wonderful, that can truly personalize and customize that scent density for any space in your home.
I do want you to imagine if you've ever, maybe you haven't been to one of those hotels, and you know the ones that I'm talking about. You know the 5-star hotels that I'm talking about. You know the ones that you see the pictures when you're walking through the airport or in magazines and you're like, oh, if I could only. Maybe you've only walked through them. Maybe you've had a cocktail at one once, or you had breakfast there once, and you will, the scent, what they do in the scenting is part of the experience. That's why they charge thousands of dollars every single night for a room. There are people who are experts in how they make the hotel or the store smell.
Right.
And this is that experience for the very first time brought to you at home. So when you look at it and you go, it's a diffuser for $149. First I say, no, it's not. It's a diffuser for $310. But this is something that is not just smell. It is the way you feel. It is an experience all around. When I walk in my home, because now I smell, it's the first thing I smell because my office is kind of right off of there. It makes me feel a little bit more peaceful. It makes me feel calm.
Yes.
It makes me feel happier. Our sense of smell is our biggest sense.
It really is.
So it does things to you. It takes me back to that time well before I had a job here at QVC, when I was traveling around the world doing dive videos for a company, and I was in Fiji, and we're in an amazing hotel. It takes me back to that time. It takes me back to Bali when we were there and we were shooting at this amazing hotel in Bali.
I love that.
These are those scents. But it also takes me to when I walk through the King of Prussia Mall, and you walk down that row where there are all of the big name stores that all have guards in front of them that I never go into because I always have children with me and I'm usually in sweatpants. And if you walk into those, they do the same thing.
They do. And I will tell you, the reason these ultra fancy brands are using the Hotel Collection fragrances is because these are complex. These are not basic scents with one note. You're going to have 8 to 10 top, middle, and base notes in each fragrance. And I'd love to walk you through these 3 top bestsellers for Hotel Collection. Millions of happy customers.
Which you're getting.
Right. You get all of them. You don't have to choose, but I still want you to know how amazing each of them are individually. And let me start with My Way. My Way has a cult following. We've all seen the rise of those kind of gender-neutral fragrances. That's what you're getting here. I like to call it a light masculine. It's woodsy. It's romantic. You're going to have a little bit of that Tuscan leather, that smooth sandalwood, the oud wood. Oh, it's so delicious.
I inhale and I get chills. It's so good. I tend to be one of those people who likes a more, it's very gender neutral, but I like a little bit more masculine,
yes,
like a little
me
bit
too.
more
sexiness,
like curled up in front of the fire with, you know, like I love that as opposed to sweet. And this is, and it's perfect for a home.
It really is. And then you've also got the crystal oud for those
you get all 3
choosy scent lovers. You may have recognized that French luxury brand that has the maroon and gold with the glass bottle, right? About $500. You don't even have to worry about that anymore because now your home is going to smell like that. And you know, Alberti told us once, he said, you know, I like when people recognize, you know, a fragrance on me, but it's a game changer. It's a different level when they complement your home. Because that's your sacred space, your sanctuary.
I have to tell you what's happening here. We are over halfway gone in our today's special value. This price goes away in less than 5 hours, less than 4 hours. Now, I don't do math well.
About 4 hours, crazy.
It goes away in about 4 hours. This price does expire, and then this is it.
Gone.
This was being sold for $180 day in and day out and selling out every single time. 3 times that Alberti and I had it, it's sold out. We have it now for less, plus you get 3 of the scents, and you get it on 5 easy payments of $30. You also get a January 31st, 2025 return policy. So even if you just get it home and try it, because you want to know what all the fuss is about, and you're like, do I recall those scents? You will. Everybody has this recollection. I'm telling you, at some point you have experienced this. You have until January 31st, 2025. And here's the other thing. Those of you who are core QVC customers, this is yours. You've made this a today's special value because this is sold out so many times.
Thank you, yes.
The rest of the world is watching. And I will tell you, we've had over 10,000 people make their very first purchase today at QVC. And you know what the #1 driver of that is? is our today's special value. So people are finding it online and saying, oh my goodness, QVC has this hotel collection?
Yes.
I've got to get it there because it's less expensive, because this is super, super popular right now.
And I love that we've made it, you know, very accessible. You know, it's a luxury brand, but it's truly accessible. And if you look at the fact that you get everything and you don't have to choose, the only thing you're going to decide is this beautiful black or the very sleek silver.
Black, a little bit more limited there. All right, go to Cabana, because that's my favorite.
Oh, Cabana is that marine, that light, airy jasmine as you're laying in a hammock on the beach.
All those high-end
at a
resorts.
Ritzy resort. Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
Now you know, okay? Yeah. So you can have that same 5-star luxe beach vacation vibe in your home. And again, these aren't like super tropical sweet. Like
no, not at all.
These are an elevated luxury relaxation type vacation, not, you know, sweetie.
None of this is food.
Right.
None of this is that. And there's so many different notes, and it's done so subtly and in a way, because that's what I'm saying. When you walk through these hotels or you go into those stores, I don't think you even realize that there is a scent until you come back and you're instantly like, oh, I'm back in that place.
Yes.
I'm back to when I had my wedding and that hotel, or where we stayed during my honeymoon. Oh, I'm back at that really, really wonderful hotel that we got a chance to stay at on that vacation. All of those things, or that person that I met, that first date when we went there. These scents bring you back to those places in such a meaningful, wonderful way, and you get a chance to have it in your own home. It's also just extremely high-end and posh looking. You deserve to have this in your home. Let me update you. Over 15,500 have now been picked up for the day. In the silver, we only have 1,600 left. That's it, and then it'll be sold out. Price goes away at the end of the day. We have over 35,000 people on QVC.com right now, and over 800 people calling in. And remember, this hotel collection, while what you're getting here is very special to us, this is something that is very popular, that is very, almost like at a pop culture aspect now. So people who aren't shopping at QVC are finding this at QVC right now as they're Googling and trying to do their Christmas shopping, and they are shopping for this because we have a better price.
Right, and I want you to imagine this in your home and how you're going to feel, because that is what is most important. And it's just wild how fragrance can transform you. It can change your emotion, your state. It can take a bad day and turn it into a, I'm home moment. And I really want you to experience that and think about your holiday list and how many people are going to be able to think about you every time they smell this luxurious fragrance and they walk in their door. And every time they receive their auto delivery as well, it's almost like this gift that just continues to show up. You're never going to run out. And you know, the average candle scents about 150 square feet. And you think about, those are disposable scenting products, right? Yeah. We've all used them, right? Yeah. I didn't know this existed, but now I know. And once you know, you can't unknow.
Right.
So sorry, guys, you now know.
There's a place for candles. Like, I haven't given up candles because this is in a part of my room. And the reason why is because this scents in a different way.
Right.
And so if I want to burn a cinnamon candle in the living room, they don't compete, because this is a feeling. This is a low level, always just feeling good in your space, because the air almost has a more clean, elevated feel to it. You have to experience to understand. So I can burn that candle if I want to burn that candle. Right. I don't need to, but if I want to, it's not like it's going to compete and you're going to feel like it's off.
Yes, and this is going to cover about 600 square feet. So I want you to, these are not similar, scenting products with, water, because water does dilute fragrances. This is not a heat diffuser. This is cold air diffusion. So you're actually getting an intense push of cold air, and we're taking these luxurious oils, and this is transforming into a 100% dry vapor, which is wonderful because that's not going to damage your high-end furnishings. It's not going to damage your art. That's why these top hotels that are pet friendly and kid friendly use this type of scenting, because it's dry. And you know what? You can customize it. The remote is like an accessory piece. It comes with the unit. It will turn on by itself when you plug it in with a lot of flexibility on where in your home with a nice long
Yeah.
power cord. But if you want to customize it, you're going to be scenting for about 15 seconds. And the only difference between the low, medium, and high is the pause setting. So you're going to be pausing that push, that 15-second push of that luxury fragrance on the low setting for a little bit longer at 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and only 1 minute on the high
Okay,
setting.
wait, I have
I
a
like the
question.
high setting.
Ashley, do you just leave yours on all the time?
I do. In fact,